Welcome to our channel, Math Mamas and More. Today we're going to be learning about the circle, and you would have learned about the parts of the circle already, so you know how to label the different parts. And now we're going to look at the perimeter of a circle, area of a circle, as well as the length of the minor and major arcs of a circle. Now, we need to know the following. So we're given the radius of the circle. Radius r equals 3.5 centimeters. We're also given the central angle subtended by the arc. We can refer to that as theta, and that is 60 degrees. Alright, so that's the only information we're given regarding the circle, and we're going to use pi as 3.14 in our calculations. Alright, so quickly we're going to go ahead and find the perimeter of the circle, and this is also known as the circumference. Alright, circumference. Alright, so that's the distance around the entire circle. And to find that, we're going to use a formula, pi times diameter, or we can say 2 times pi times radius, because we know that the radius is twice the size of the diameter. Sorry, the diameter is twice the size of the radius. So that's 2 times r would give us the diameter multiplied by pi. Alright, so let's go ahead quickly and find the circumference of the circle. So that's 3.14 multiplied by 2 times 3.5 centimeters. Alright, so to work that out, we get, so 3.14 times 2 times 3.5, we end up with 21.98 centimeters. And if we should round that to a whole number, we end up with 22 centimeters. Alright, so that's a perimeter. Now for the area of the circle, we're going to use the formula pi times radius squared. Now we know that when we square a number, we multiply it by itself, right? So in this case, we're going to multiply 3.14 times 3.5 centimeters times 3.5 centimeters. Alright, so let's work that out and see what we get. So it's 3.14 multiplied by 3.5 multiplied by 3.5. Alright, so we're going to round our answer to 2 decimal places. So our answer would be 38.47. Alright, and that is centimeters squared. Alright, so we found the perimeter and the area of the circle. Now we're going to look at finding the length of the minor and major arc. So we're going to look at finding the length of the minor arc. Alright, so in order to find the length of the minor arc, one key thing to remember is that the arc is a portion of the circumference. So the angle that is subtended by the smaller portion of the circle is 60 degrees, and the smaller portion, we call it the minor arc. So to find the length, we're going to have to use this angle here that is at the center, as it is proportional to the length of the arc, in order to find it. So we're going to use a formula, theta over 360 degrees, because 360 degrees is a total degree measure within a circle. So all angles at a point will add up to give us 360 degrees. So theta over 360 degrees multiplied by the circumference, because the arc is a portion of the circumference, as we mentioned over here. Then we want to find out what fraction of the circumference is represented by the 60 degrees. So we already found the circumference to be 22 centimeters, so we're going to use that. So we're going to replace theta here with the 60 degrees. So that is 60 degrees divided by 360 degrees multiplied by 22 centimeters. Now we can divide 60 degrees by 360, or, okay, let's just go ahead and do that. So we get 0.167. We would use 3 decimal places, or we could break this down. So we know that 60 into 60 is once, and 60 into 360 degrees, that would be 6 times. So we end up with 22 centimeters divided by 6, and we get 3 point, we're going to use 2 decimal places, so that's 3.67 centimeters. So this would be the length of the minor arc. All right, so the length of the minor arc would be 3.67 centimeters. Now, there are two ways we can find the length of the major arc. We can go ahead and find the angle that would be subtended at the center for the bigger portion of the circle. So, since the minor arc is represented by a 60-degree angle, the major one now would be 360 degrees. Take away 60 degrees, and we will get 300 degrees. So here, this angle here at the center would be 300 degrees. Now, so let's see if we can find the length of the major arc. So we'd have 300 degrees divided by 360 degrees multiplied by 22 centimeters. We're going to put that over 1 as we're working with fractions. Alright, so let's see if we can break this down. So the zeros, we cancel those. 6 into 30 goes 5 times, and 6 into 36, that's 6 times. Alright, we can simplify this further. 2 into 6, 3, and 2 into 22 goes 11 times. So we're going to multiply the numerators together because there's nothing left to divide through in the numerator and denominator. So we multiply 5 times 11 and we get 55 centimeters. We divide that by 3. So 55 divided by 3, and we get 18.33 centimeters. Alright. So that is 18.33 for the length of the major arc. So this is just one way we could have found it. And the second way would be to subtract the length of the minor arc from the circumference itself. So remember that the minor arc is just a portion of the entire circumference. So if the smaller portion is represented by 3.67 centimeters, or is proportional to 3.67 centimeters, then if we should, so that's circumference, if we should subtract the length of the minor arc, length of if we should subtract the length of the minor arc from the circumference, we should get the same thing as 18.33 centimeters here. So we would have 22 centimeters subtract 3.67 centimeters, and if you should work it out on your calculators, you're going to get 18.33 centimeters. Alright, so there you go. We just looked at finding the circumference or perimeter of the circle, the area of the circle, as well as we looked at finding the length of the major and minor arc of the circle that's given. Alright, so that's it for today's class. I hope you guys learned something. Alright, so you can go back and look at the working out. Alright, so I'm going to leave a question here, at the bottom of this page for you guys to try on your own. All right, so quick activity. All right, my circle isn't going to be a perfect one. All right, so we have the center highlighted by 0 or by an O, sorry. So let's say this angle is 45 degrees. All right, and the radius is 7 centimeters. So you're going to go ahead and find, you're going to find the circumference of the circle. You're going to find the area of the circle, and you're going to find the length of the minor arc and the length of the major arc. All right, so there you go, you have a question to complete. And this is it for today's class. Please feel free to leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our channel. Thank you very much. If you learned something, give this video a thumbs up. All right, thank you very much. See you guys next class.